Hi Gretchen, how are you doing? After we have finished the grammar and vocabulary of Module 7, today we'll study how to write a film review. This is writing task of Module 7. Before we go to the student book, if you please, let's have a look here in this picture and tell me what can we call this live show? Yes, this live show is called a musical, which can be shown on theater or in the opera. Now, let's go to the student book page 74. Writing a film review. Discussion. Do you prefer going to the cinema or to the theater, and why? Second question. Have you ever watched a musical? What did you like about it? Musical? It's a play or a movie or a live show in which singing and dancing play the most important role. So, have you ever attended a live show? What did you like about it? Third one, in what way is a musical different from other films or plays? Of course, a musical is different from other films and plays physically because of the atmosphere, because you are in front of the actor or performers, okay, and you can feel this atmosphere by interacting with other audience and cheer the actors or the performer. If I ask you about what do you prefer, cinema or theater, from my point of view, people or young people your own age prefer cinema because of technology. Right now, technology has transformed this type of entertainment from just watching a film to use the special effect of 3D science fiction films that promise the viewer an unforgettable experience and manage to make us almost be in a real world, that of a virtual reality. While some people say the fact that the traditional theater cannot compete with the cinema in the use of special effect, while the theater has a certain magic. What the certain magic of the theater? Yeah, that relies on what? On the special connection, interaction between audience and actors. Now it's your turn to discuss the rest of question. Now read the review of a musical of the Phantom of Opera and answer the question that follows. The Phantom of the Opera. Look at these words which may help you to understand the book film review. Number one, adaptation. The film, play or TV show of a written work, which means that a written work turned to be a film or a play or a TV show by little change. Amateurist, not professional. This scene is amateurist. Let's shoot it again. Amazingly, done in a surprising way. Ryan plays amazingly well for someone who started playing tennis only a month ago. Anger, a feeling of being mad at somebody or something that has really annoyed you. Paul was filled with anger at the way he had been treated. Audition, a performance that you give in order to show your skills and help somebody decide if you are the right person for a role in a theatrical play, film, etc. Bella's audition went well, so she will probably get the role. Be set in, used when a story takes place somewhere. The film is set in the Sahara Desert. Box office hit. This phrase means a film or a play that is a big success. I knew we had made a great film, but I didn't expect it would be a box office hit. Brilliantly, extremely well, It was brilliantly sunny yesterday, so we went for a picnic. Childish, an adjective which means behaving in a silly way like a child, irresponsible like a child. That was very childish of you. Try to be more serious. And this I remind all of you grade 10 to be more serious, especially these days. Coincidence, a situation in which similar things happen at the same time by chance. By chance, once again. We didn't plan to meet. We were both there at the same time by coincidence. Come out. This phrase means to be released to the public. A great film comes out in March. Last one, conventional, ordinary, or normal, or usual. The way she dressed is very conventional, but her ideas are wild and original. Now it's your turn to read. As I told you, this is a film review. This is an example of film review. Let's read it, and I draw your attention that this film review divided into 4 paragraphs. I will read, then it's your turn to answer the related question. The Opera of the Phantom of the Opera. If you are into films featuring love, music, and mystery, look no further than The Phantom of the Opera. French writer Gaston Leroux wrote the novel in 1910, and Andrew Lloyd Webber turned it into a musical for the theater in 1986. The film adaptation starring Gerard Butler, Amy Rossum, and Patrick Wilson came out in 2004. This is the introduction. Now, paragraph 2. The film is set in turn of the century Paris. Eric, a disfigured musical genius, hides away in the Paris Opera House until Christine comes along. He decides to take her under his wing and train her as a singer, but quickly falls in love with her, leaving Christine torn between him and Raoul, her childhood sweetheart. Third paragraph. The lead actors gave a powerful and moving performance, expressing a wide range of emotions from love and hope to despair and anger. The costumes are beautiful, and the set of the Paris Opera House is spectacular, giving us a sense of the wealth of that time. The real protagonist, though, is obviously the music, with a number of heartbreaking and memorable songs performed with warmth and true feeling. The conclusion. Even if you think musicals or love stories are not for you, dare to watch this magnificent, timeless film you won't regret. Now it's your turn to read the 4 paragraphs of this film review and try to answer this question. In which paragraph does the writer give a brief summary of the plot? Plot, guys, the sequence of actions from the beginning till the end. Give a general opinion of the film and recommend it. Third, give general information about the film, genre, director, actor, titles, and so on. Last paragraph, which paragraph makes specific comments about what he or she liked or didn't like. So you have to read the film review once again of The Phantom of Opera and answer this question. Determine which paragraph carry this idea, 1, 2, 3, or 4. Then we will go to exercise C. Exercise C, in each paragraph, in each group of words, there are 3 that refer to both the cinema and the theater, and the 4th one that refers only to one of them. Spot the odd one out and decide if it applies to the cinema or theater. Number 1. Props, costumes, curtain, makeup. What do you think about props? Yeah, props, these are objects used on the set of a play, but not a furniture or cloth. Other objects. Costumes, of course, it is a set of cloth. Curtains, I think it's obvious. Makeup, also it's obvious. Number 2, protagonist. This is the main character or the leading character in a movie or a film that affects the plot. Stuntman, this is a person, a professional person who acts the dangerous scenes instead of the real actor. Speech coach, this person who train the actor how they can speak in a specific tone. Villain, this is the evil character which cause many trouble to the main character. Audition, lines, performance, shooting. I think all of them is so clear, are so clear. Lines, this is the way people arranged in front of camera or in front of audience. Technician, playwright, costume designer, producer. Technician, a person who is professional in fixing electric equipment. Playwright, a person who writes a play shown on theater. Costume designer, a person who designs clothes for actors. Producer, a person who spend money and looking forward to getting a profit. Script, words said by the actor. Special effect. Score, soundtrack. Score, not to score a goal, but a score. This is the written representation of a musical composition. Show the vocal and the instrumental part arranged in the musical, and basically it's situated in front of the musical conductor. This written representation represents the vocal and the instrumental part in the musical. Okay, now it's your turn to show which one is odd one out from the four choices. Now look at the two pairs of sentences below and decide which of the two is more effective in giving the writer impression of the film and why. I draw your attention here to the use of extreme or strong adjective, which means it gives an efficient or an effective meaning. Look at this. The protagonist was good. Edward Norton's performance was outstanding. Which one here is more effective? Of course, outstanding, because it's an extreme adjective of being good, and so on. So it's your turn to choose. Now combine adverb and adjective from the list below to complete sentence 1 to 4. More than one answer may be correct. I just give you example. Extremely. What do you think about extremely? Yes, I can say extremely entertaining. Utterly. This is for what? Utterly. It can be utterly disappointing. Yes. Highly or hugely. It can be highly amusing. Yes, highly amusing. Last one, it can be also highly overrated if it's negative, if it gives negative meaning. So it's your turn to choose one of this adverb accompanied with adjective to fill in the gap, and we have more than one answer can be correct. Now match the phrases 1 to 6 with their opposites. It gives opposite meaning. You had better avoid it. You had better avoid it. What's opposite of this phrase? Look at this. Of course, the opposite here, I can recommend it to anyone. So it's your own turn to complete the rest. Give the opposite of this phrase from the other columns. This writing task I will give you in a Word file on the Google Classroom to write it yourself and send it back to me. Now, a plan. I draw your attention to the plan of how to write a film review. Number one, when you write a film review, guys, follow this plan and keep it in your mind. Number one, introduction. Give some basic information about the film, including the title, genre, the type, the kind of the film, main character, main actor, director, when it released, when it's shown to the public, use phrases given. It's an adventurous, drama, comedy, thriller. It's a war, sci-fi, action, dance film directed by who? The leading roles are played by, the role of is played by, the film is based on. This is general information in the introduction. Now, paragraph 2 and 3. Main part or the body of your writing. Briefly summarize the plot. Summarize the plot. Give me a short summary of the plot and don't get involved in small details or all details about the film. The film tells the story of, it's about the plot center on, and so on. You can use any of these phrases. Third paragraph, it's like an evaluation. Comment on a specific feature of the film that you liked or didn't like. It's up to you. So you can evaluate the plot, the sequence of the actions from the beginning to the end. Acting, the use of a special effect, the soundtrack, the music which accompanied acting, costumes, a set of clothes worn by actors, the ending, etc. What do you think about the ending? Use phrases like the given, an action-packed adventure, a fast-moving thriller, a moving love story, and so on. This is in paragraph 3. Now, the conclusion, which comes on fourth paragraph. In fourth paragraph, guys, state your own opinion of the film and say whether you recommend it or not. Use the given phrases. In general, I think it was, personal, I believe, the way I see it, and so on. So this is your general comment and personal point of view on the introduction and the conclusion, plus recommendation to see it or to watch it or to avoid. Now, tips to keep it in your mind. Number one, when we're writing a film review, choose a film you know well and make a note of the features you are going to write about or to include. So you have to watch the film well and write a note for which point to be covered. Second one, use present simple. Once again, use a present simple tense to describe the plot. Avoid mentioning too many details. As I told you, just a short summary of the plot. Mostly important, don't reveal the ending because it will destroy the excitement of people who will watch it. Third one, use the present simple or the past simple to make comment, just to make comments and state your opinion. But I prefer to use only present simple so as not to be confused. Last point, use a variety of adjectives, adverb and expression to make it interesting and attractive. Thank you for listening, and for more application you can go to the workbook page 50. Yes, you can answer exercise A, B on workbook page 50. Thank you for listening and have a nice time, my dear students.